What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Two Guys 1 Week podcast. My name is Tyler Plackey, and I will be your host for this episode. And alongside me is my co-host. He is a father, but not a grandfather, Mr. Alex Smith.
Hello. Long time no see.
Fuck, I feel like I haven't seen you in 2 hours.
At least 24.
Fuck, it's been more than 24 since I've seen you.
27.
74. Okay.
Wasn't
So-
that long ago?
No, it was like 20 something. 27. 28. Somewhere in there.
And we'll talk about how.
Ooh, stick around and find out. So, before we get started real quick, this is an adult podcast. We may use foul language to talk about adult topics, and overall really not care if people like us or agree with our opinions. So if this offends you in any way, shape, or form, please, and I cannot stress this enough, please go find another podcast to listen to. Thank you, and goodbye.
You're welcome.
Woo! Alrighty. Hello, Alex.
Hello, Tyler Plackey.
I'm feeling very Rojo in here. Oh, Matt, hang on. Matt's texting us. Let's see what Matt's got to say. Anyone after you guys are... Oh, did you tell him we're recording?
Yeah.
Matt, if you're listening to the podcast, sure, why not? I'll have to ask Olivia, though.
Even though he'll see this on Wednesday.
That's okay. He'll know my answer then.
We're always in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got a lot to talk about, especially our 1 week segment.
Yep.
But our topics
That'll be the highlight of the week.
Yep. So
my colors.
So please stick around after that, please.
Yeah,
Pretty
please.
Well, yeah, 1 week segment, hot sports news per usual. Our usual, what would you do? Alex's question of the week, and then we got Tyler's.
You're shitting me.
And then our TGOW top 3, which I looked. It's a good one.
Yep. Fucking. And if you guys want to hear the good rendition of the "You're shitting me," stick around, wait for that part, because I'll give you a good one then. You don't get the full one now.
Yep.
So, Alex, why don't you go ahead and start off with the 1 week segment here? Why don't you? What did you do this last week?
I'll get us to Saturday.
Okay. Yes, Saturday.
All right. So Monday, I went and shopped for stuff for
When?
for lunch for the week. I said on Monday.
Oh, when did I ask?
No, I said on Monday.
No, when did I ask?
But I said on Monday.
You
I
got
found
me
out,
there.
I found out Kroger sells Wagyu steak.
I've seen that at Fresh Time before. Fresh Time it's like $48-$50 a pound somewhere in there.
Yeah, but I didn't
I don't
expect
think
to
I'm
see
gonna-
it at Kroger.
I don't think I'm gonna buy that
I didn't.
yet.
But
I'm not good enough at steaks yet. Anyway,
Right.
sorry.
Right.
My apologies.
This is my time.
Hey.
There you go.
Yes.
I already showed you. You've already seen it. But Tuesday, I bought a fishing scale
Ooh.
for them big 1-pounders that I catch,
Fuck yeah.
and then a chest strap for the video that we did. That'll be
Ooh, stick around to hear about that.
yeah. Wednesday, took Tucker to my hometown fair, where I grew up.
Did he fall off the rides?
No, he rode. He loved them.
Really?
Yep, I had to ride.
Did
a
he
couple
poo
with
his
him.
pants?
Nope, he enjoyed all of it.
Excellent.
And got
Did he swallow his chewing tobacco?
yeah, he threw up all over the place.
All over the girls' shoes that they're on below the ride?
Yep.
Do you understand the reference?
I do. Does everybody
Okay.
else?
I don't know. Comment down below if you guys get the reference.
And then there's a guy. He's got. Like
Please
a,
comment.
Yeah, he's got a little. It looks like if you have like a quad, like an enclosed quad trailer,
Sure.
but it's an ice cream booth, I guess.
Excellent.
And every year since I can remember, I would go get at least one because he's got a pineapple whip one, like soft serve.
Yeah, sure.
It's not the Dole one. It's
Okay.
a little bit different, and it's I think it's better than Dole whip.
Is like the
too.
one that's at the Greensburg Fair?
Maybe guy with a big goatee.
Fuck, I haven't been there in 15 years, dude.
Well.
I just remember doing it one time, and it was pretty good.
Well, maybe. But yeah, I had to get one of them, so I had to share that tradition with Tucker. There we go. Bless you.
Now you're awake.
Yeah. Now you're paying attention to that.
Or you've turned us off now.
Yeah. Pause.
I'm done listening to this shit.
Thursday, I got 2 new baits. You seen those? And I caught at least one fish on both of those already.
I don't want to talk about my new bait that I tried to fish with.
Ooh.
Ooh, we'll talk about
I
it.
say we'll talk about it anyways. But
Yes.
Friday, we had like the bad weather that rolled through. Well, was
Yep.
supposed to roll through, had potential, and it died before it got to us. But it just reminded me how cool and interesting weather is, and just like
Who the fuck's at my door? Hang on, bro. We're gonna fucking live look at the door of Tyler Black here. Who the fuck?
pause and watch the video.
Who was just in my door? Oh, Olivia. She's taking the dog for a walk.
Tough.
It looked like a dude. Wait.
You're about to get the frying pan.
Oh. God, she doesn't listen to these episodes.
Shoo.
Whew, thank God.
I'll text her later to listen.
I'll kill you.
5 minutes and 40 seconds.
I'm at 6:08 over here, buddy.
I know, but when you said it,
Rude.
come on, FIO. But yeah, like I said, me and Colt stood out there for probably 10 minutes just watching the clouds roll through, and it's just so cool how weather is in general.
I do enjoy weather.
Yeah, we are certified, or I guess uncertified meteorologists.
Ah, boy.
Which hot take, not hot topic, not the store. Don't maybe sponsors. I don't know.
Ooh,
But,
free dildos.
Oh no!
Spencer's,
Hold
never mind.
on, hold on. But hot take: all baseball players at some point in their life are basically meteorologists.
Athletic trainers are meteorologists.
Athletic trainers too.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't care about those guys. Kidding.
Anywho,
All right. And then
is that you through Friday?
and then like Saturday we had a doubleheader, and
Yep.
then story about that. I told you, but it's so funny.
Yeah, you have to tell it.
So we had a doubleheader. I won't say the team because I don't want to embarrass the coach or do it.
I will. No.
Just kidding. But in
Coach?
IHSAA rules, you can have a courtesy runner for your pitcher and catcher.
Sure.
He tried to courtesy run for their a little heavier first baseman, and I don't.
Big POTUS.
Yeah, I don't know if he tried to just get one by on us or if he really didn't know. Because when I talked to him about it, he had no idea. He's like, "You can courtesy run for your first baseman and catcher." I was like, "That makes no sense." Pitcher and catcher is to speed up the game.
Yes.
First baseman doesn't matter.
Nope.
So, I guess lucky for him, it didn't get him in a bind because in IHSA rules, you can re-enter that guy one time. So basically, it took him out and then re-entered him, but it screwed whoever was running for him.
Yeah, because then that kid doesn't get to play.
Because then he's out.
Yeah, he gone.
So, yeah. And then we're to the good stuff.
Ooh. Yeah. So I'll take over. I really didn't do shit last week, honestly. Oh, I got a great story for you guys from fucking Thursday. So, Olivia and I have been. Did you get your save the date from us yet today?
I haven't checked the mail today.
Oh, because other people are getting. I was just curious. But so Olivia and I sent out our save the date cards to everyone. And to do that, you need postage, right?
Yeah.
You know, to mail.
Oh, yeah.
So I fucking leave my house with Olivia. We drive to the post office. It's up yonder.
Right.
And walk in line and wait in line for about 10 minutes because apparently one person needs to spend 10 fucking minutes at the front desk of the post office.
As one does.
As one does. And I walk up to the lady and she asked, how can she help me? And I said, yeah, I need to buy some stamps, please. I need 20 stamps. And she goes, I'm sorry, we don't sell stamps.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. I thought they were out.
No, they don't. They don't have stamps.
So they
like-
weren't out. They just didn't have them at all.
It's like they're supposed to have stamps. They just don't have them at the time. Like at this moment in time,
Okay,
they
so
don't.
they
They
were
don't
out
have
of
stamps.
stamps.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're out of stamps. And I was so taken aback that I just said, "Oh, okay," and just turned around and left. So we go to the next post office, right? The one that I was originally going to go to, but didn't want to because it was a little bit further than this first one. So I should have just fucking gone to this one. And walked in there and bought stamps, and I got the 20 and got, as I was going to leave, I said, it's crazy. I said, you guys wouldn't believe. They go, what? I said, we went to X post office, and they didn't have stamps. And they go, they're still out? And I said, what do you mean still? And they go, yeah, they haven't had stamps for a month. Bruh. So, in the last 6 months of my life, I've been to a post office with no stamps and a bank in which I could not obtain cash.
All right.
What the freak, dude?
That's like going to a Reds game and they say, we don't have baseballs.
It's like going to a fucking Reds game and actually seeing a Major League Baseball game.
Hey, they won.
We'll get to that.
We'll get there.
Yeah, so actually we don't know if they won yet. So I did that this week. We got save dates mailed out. Fucking supposed to have our big conference track meet on last Friday night. And about 2 o'clock, my athletic director texted me and told me that they were canceling because of inclement weather, which was an excellent choice because if we had started that fucking track meet, we would have gotten about 25 minutes into it and had to somehow find a place for 2,000 people to go and take cover from a storm that we had about a 2-minute heads up on. So, pretty much it would have just been a fucking shit show. So, excellent call. Felt bad for the kids. Obviously, the kids want to go run their fucking track meet, right? They've been working for 3 years of school track for this, and so, this is what they're wanting. This is their final hoorah, and these poor kids didn't get it. So I did feel bad about that.
You were doing high school,
middle school.
Oh, yep. Is you guys middle school 6 through 8?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Well, technically it's 5-3, but 5th graders don't participate in sports.
Gotcha.
Yep. So yeah. Saturday morning, got up, left here, drove down to New Point, Indiana, and to play golf with Paul. I was going to fly the drone over the course, but it was way too windy, and I didn't want to lose my drone again. So did not fly the drone. I crashed it one time already. I had to get it replaced. Yeah. So I didn't fly the drone. Fucking played golf with Paul. Played pretty decent. Front nine fucking played pretty well. But so at the turn we stop. We go and I grab a Milky Way bar. Paul talks to some people. We head out to 10, which at this course there's just 3 9-hole course. This course is technically 1 for a different course, and we're the third group in line behind a fucking threesome that Alex, I told you this, played a 243-yard par 4 and a fucking par 3 in 52 minutes.
Considering that was wild.
52 minutes.
Yeah. Considering I know when you got finished, that's still impressive. Like for you guys.
Well, we skipped 3. We just passed them on 3 and said fuck it to that par 5, which I'm mad about because I like that par 5. It's a fun par 5. It was that kind of Z-shaped hole on bridge. It's up at the front of the course. You don't know what I'm talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, so I was kind of mad about that. Ended up not playing great. I had a good range session, so I probably should have just gone home. Dude, it's so true. If I don't warm up on the range or have a shitty warm up, I actually play pretty good. But if I have a good warm up session on the range, I do not play well.
That's like my experience in like basketball. If I was shooting well in warm ups, I was like, well,
I'm going home.
0 points incoming.
So did that. Left New Point, and on my drive to New Point from mile marker 101 to mile marker 143, so fucking 142 miles, I was stuck on Interstate 74 doing 50 to 55 mile an hour behind wide loads that were state trooper escorted that they would not let you pass. Do you know that portion of a drive is not a fun drive? Like Greensburg to Indianapolis is a fucking slow drive. It takes forever to go through there on 74 for no reason. It just seems to drag. And doing it at 50 to 55 miles an hour is just fucking mind-numbing.
No, I can imagine.
It was not fun.
Doing it at the speed limit, it seems like it drags.
Oh, fuck, dude. The speed limit on that thing needs to be 90 with how people drive out there.
Yeah, it's 70, which isn't awful, but it just feels so long.
It's just, there's nothing to see down there. Fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, you go 15 miles without an X6, there's just fucking nothing.
Right.
So, but after that, I drove down to the Berg
Let's go.
And got to your house before you bum. Cracked a bapple after I was done driving. I did not drive anymore.
Clarification. Disclaimer.
Yeah. Quick notice. I don't drink and drive. I do not condone drinking and driving. People who drink and drive are assholes.
That's why you drink it at the stop sign. Joking.
Okay.
Joking.
Kidding. But yeah, fucking cracked a bapple and waited for you to get home. And Alex, then where did we go?
We went and got one of them bad boys. Wait, right there.
I thought that was Tucker's.
Yeah, it is.
That's what the lady gave it to you for.
I know. That's Tucker's. It's just right there so it doesn't break it. But, yeah, we went to the Reds game.
Yep, the Reds played the Indians.
Courtesy of Bill Smith.
Thank you, Mr. William. Thanks, William.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, me, you and I, to the English professors out there, Colt and Tucker. We all four went.
Yep, went to the Reds Indians game.
Guardians.
Whatever. Saw a good game. It was fun. It was actually a fun Reds game. Which in all the times I've been to a Reds game, it was actually the first time it was like actually fucking like entertaining game.
Oh, right.
I've only been to like 4 games.
Right.
I've only been to 4 games.
3 of them we've been with, well, at least 2. I think 3 have been.
No,
with me.
we've been to 3.
I'm gonna say I know of 2, and
Yeah.
I think there's a third one.
I'm talking where the game, not where I didn't have fun. I've had fun every time. I'm saying the game was entertaining to watch.
Gotcha.
Like, come on, you really want to say you want to tell me that Brewers Reds game was fun to watch?
14-0 wasn't fun.
18-0.
18-0 wasn't fun.
Dude, the Reds got their shit kicked in.
It was still fun. It's something different.
Not for the Reds.
Okay, it was still something different. It was cool because we got to see Evan, but
Yeah, it was fun, cool to see Evan, and take a little tour of the stadium. We'll leave it at that.
What are you talking about?
We just took a tour of the stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Bones almost died.
More will be discussed there.
Yeah, and Bones almost died.
Oh, yeah, he did almost die that
He
day.
about overheated.
He about had a heat stroke. I was there if he started stroking.
Clip it.
I didn't. Did I stutter?
Did I stutter?
It'd have been funny if I actually did by accident. So, and then after that, we came back and we went night fishing and fucking got. I actually did pretty well that night. I caught 5, all of which decided to hop off my hook right at the bank, or at,
Yep.
I guess technically the dock, but I count them because it was bullshit. So, I got 5 that night.
I got 0.
And then I experienced horrendous leg pain, which I have now deemed, I believe, was sciatic nerve impingement.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I hope I never go through that again, because if I do, I'll probably just cut it off. I don't think that's an overreaction.
Can I have Tucker start calling you Lieutenant Dan if that happens?
No, I'm halfway there.
But
I don't
still,
really have to
it'd still
do.
be funny.
What about Peg Leg Placky?
Not bad.
I know, right?
Not bad.
Tip me over, Tyler. That's a good pirate joke.
How's it going?
That's a great pirate joke. Anywho, and then Sunday we got up and went to Destow and got sandwiches, and Olivia got some grippos. Or I got Olivia some grippos, which they were right, and she is very happy. Then we went and made a YouTube video and fished all day, and I had quite the day.
Oh, well, you had quite the first cast.
It was about my 5th cast.
Yeah, that's what I told people today. I was like, it was within your first 5.
Oh yeah, it was. I think it was like my 4th or 5th. So
Yeah.
fucking. So we're gonna paint you guys a picture, okay?
Hold on, story
So-
time. Cross it. Hey, crisscross applesauce. Be
Hang
quiet.
on for story time music. Doesn't that calm you guys down? If you
I'm
throw
so
the
calm.
story time,
I'm so calm.
very calm. Trying to remember if I posted our last episode on YouTube. I don't think I did.
Tyler.
No, I did. Fuck it. I did post on YouTube actually. I think about it.
I even texted
Anywho.
you about it.
Huh?
I even texted you about it.
Oh, I don't remember. Anywho, so we get out to this front pond, okay, and we get there, and I've got a 7-foot medium fast spinning combo, which and it's got 10-pound monofilament on it, and it's got fucking a 3/8-ounce spinner bait on it. And this pond is no bigger. It's a triangle, but it's no bigger than a baseball infield. And I throw it out, and about fucking fourth or fifth cast, I get absolutely, like, the rod just about pulls out of my fucking hand. Like, it just, and we've got video. I'm gonna get the video and post it on our socials for you guys to see. But this rod, like, pulls out of my hand. And I'm like, holy shit. I literally, I'm like, Alex, I have something big. And I didn't know what it was. And so I start going, and it starts pulling my drag. So, because at first it felt just straight heavy, and I was like, did I hit a turtle? I thought I fucking hooked into a turtle. And it wasn't a turtle. Because then I realized it starts pulling drag. So, okay. I'm like, is there like some like record-sized fish, like bass in this pond, right? Is there like some humongous bass that's going to like break Alex's heart when I catch it? Because you'll stand up there and throw in that pond for the rest of your fucking days to catch it. No. That was not the case either. We figure out about 40 seconds later as I get this fish up towards the bank. It is about an 18 to 20 pound, and I believe that was a flathead catfish. From everything I fucking looked at, I believe it was a flathead. A catfish on a fucking spinnerbait. And I work him up about a third of the way onto the bank. Hand my rod off to Alex, and I go down to try and clip his lip to get him up. And in the heat of the moment, made the mistake of grabbing my line, and he popped my line and swam off. To which I yelled some expletives and walked up the hill and slipped and fell. And then that just made me even more mad. So then I spent the next like hour just throwing everything under the sun on my casting combo, which was much heavier, with heavier line to try and get him to bite again, or just maybe bump into him with a big hook by accident. So yeah, no, it would have been an accident. I'm not trying to snag. It's out of season. But yeah, so that was... I'll tell you what. So, Alex, yeah, I spent the better part of yesterday until about 9 or 10 last night kind of just kicking myself on what I should have done. And the first thing I know that I should have done that I didn't do is I should have just shoved my hand in his mouth and pulled him out, because catfish don't bite. You know what I mean? They can't bite and hurt you. I should have just grabbed him by the mouth and pulled him out. But I was worried about that hook in there. I didn't know where he was hooked at. Yeah. Because you know what I mean? I've never hooked a catfish on a spinnerbait, so I don't know where he's hooked at. And I didn't want to get a fucking hook pulled into me while it's still hooked into him, and him swim off and me get my hand all ripped up. Second thing I should have done, though, is probably just walked him over to a flatter portion of the bank. Fucking not on that fucking steep hill. I should have walked him over to the left where it was nice and flat. But at the same time, I hadn't thought of a plan on, hey, what happens if I catch a 20-pound catfish? Right. I hadn't gone over that thought yet. Funny enough, I will now when I go fishing. That's gonna fucking every time I fish the rest of my life. That's my plan. Okay, I'll look into something stupid. What am I gonna do? You got a plan if something happens like that. Yep. But what it has done is it's ignited my my desire to go out and go catfishing this summer. So I'm planning on tomorrow and throughout this week getting some catfishing stuff together. I've already got the pole and everything all lined out and everything. I just need to get like the hooks and stuff. You know, just a couple last little pieces of gear. And I'm planning on doing some catfishing this summer. So if you want to come catfish the White River with me, we'll get you a pole and you can come on up.
Maybe Ryan was right. Maybe catfish just don't like you.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So Ryan, if you're listening, he still is missing catfish.
No, I did great on that catfish. I just didn't have the equipment to get out of the water. I'm counting that one as a... When you guys see the video, you'll understand why I'm counting as a catch. I had that fish under control. I had controlled that fish. I had caught him. I just couldn't land him to weigh him.
Because you didn't have the right...
No, if I would have tried to bank flip him at all, he probably would have broke my rod.
Right. I'm not like...
No, I know. No, yeah. It was fully because I did not have the right gear. I had way too light of... I mean, I had my drag almost buried and he was smoking it. I was like, holy... I mean, I was just like... And that is by far the largest fish I've ever been hooked into in my life. And it was fun, which makes me want to go out and catfish this summer because that was a lot of fun.
Right.
So.
The other thing was, to preface this, I have only caught, and I haven't really weighed all the fish that I've caught in there, but maybe a pound is the biggest one I've caught. Bass.
Very nice.
So
Very nice.
Seeing that come out of the water, I was like, "Oh my god!"
That fish doesn't belong in that pond. That was an oddity to me that he was in there.
Yeah,
That was an oddity.
the water's so dirty you would never even know it either.
No. See, now I'm intrigued. What would happen if we get like you get a fish finder and just throw it out through there?
Right.
See
It'd
what's
be
all in
interesting
there.
to see.
Yep. So but then we fished all that day and we caught some decent fish.
I caught, I think, 6 total.
Yeah, 5 or 6. I had I believe 4, including my catfish. So
Yeah.
I did okay. Your waters are interesting to fish because your fish are very different than mine. The way they react. Like I feel like mine are more predictable. I don't know.
I had one yesterday. So one of my stepmom's friend's husband,
Yeah.
wanted to go fishing after we went.
Yep, you told me about
So
that.
I went with him. We went back up to the front pond. Ended up catching 3 more.
Sure.
And one of them, my spinnerbait was in front of me, and I was lifting it out of the water. Like I was starting to lift my pole up out of the water, and it scared me. Like I jumped because it jumped onto it right as I was lifting it up out of the water.
Very nice.
So then I just pulled him up.
Bet you didn't wear the camera there.
No, I did not have the camera.
Yeah, you should have wore the camera.
I don't know. It was dead.
Yeah.
Did you get that film off of it from the...
Yep, I got all the film. Yep.
Okay.
I'm almost done editing the video. I just have to get the last 7 clips together, and then I have to put it all together into one. And I need someone to make a thumbnail picture for it. So, yeah.
Ready?
Done. Now we'll figure out a good. I'll probably text you to have you set up a way to send me a good picture of you that I can put on it. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll figure some out. But you guys go check out Tyler Plackey Hobbies. That one will be coming out. I'll probably have that come out in probably early June.
Oh, we forgot to mention. You could say conned. A new follower.
Oh, yep. We
From
did kind of
Saturday?
We yes, we technically I think Sunday. Technically. We persuaded a new follower.
Yep. So my friend Kenzie decided she wanted to come fishing with us Saturday night.
Yep.
And
Friend.
shouting her out because she dealt with our shenanigans for at least 2 hours.
Yeah, she did.
And
Is
if
she
you guys have-
contacted you since that evening? That's the real question.
yes.
Ooh.
And she said she listened to an episode.
Which episode?
Um,
And hey, she is
forget
still
which one it was.
subscribed. If it makes difference, our analytics show that she is still subscribed.
yes, I forget.
Yep.
She told me what she said something that made me realize which one it was, but I don't remember what she said. But it was hilarious.
Very nice.
But yeah, shout out to her for dealing with us for those hours because
Fuck yeah.
I mean we're funny, but
I would agree.
so would our
all right.
tens of subscribers.
Tens. Nope, 10.
Literally,
Exactly.
literally 10.
Witui.
Literally.
Hello, princess.
Oh,
All right,
fun.
Alex, gonna move on to hot sports news.
Yep. Can I do
Anything
this one?
else?
Can I do this one? Can I do this one?
Sure.
Okay. So MLB, if you have a pulse for baseball, you would know this already. But MLB announced the unbanning of Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson from Hall of Fame eligibility. So they are now, as in the class of 2027, will be able to be inducted.
I thought it was 28.
I think it was 27.
I thought it was 28 because it's the same year as Pujols and Molina. Maybe it's 27. Look this up. Holy thump, dude! You gonna break your keyboard? You fucking.
It's like December of 2027. Okay, so for inclusion in the class of 28.
Yeah, I was about to say I thought it was class
Okay.
28. Okay. Yeah. Well, interesting. I only have one issue with this, and it's the fact that in that class will also be Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina, and I don't want these two to take away from Pujols and Molina and everything they fucking did in their career. You know what I mean?
Once you're eligible, how many years do you have?
10.
Yeah, I mean they'll definitely get in.
No, I'm not.
I see what you're saying.
They're both still first ballot. Okay. If Pujols or Molina does not make it on the first ballot, it is because the baseball writers tried to focus on Pete Rose and Shoeless Jackson. But
Right.
I also think they will fucking be first ballot because they are first ballot Hall of Famers. I just don't want the whole fucking thing to be about those two because Pujols and Molina earned the right to be celebrated for their careers. I mean, come on, Pujols has the fourth most home runs of all time. I mean, he's one of the greatest bats of all time. Molina's arguably the second best catcher of all time.
Yeah.
I would say second.
Yeah, so I would agree they should probably have Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe's, because I would assume they'll both get in. I don't know about
I don't
know. Pete Rose definitely will.
Dude, I don't know. There's enough baseball writers out there that may not vote for him.
That'd be interesting.
What do you need, 70%?
I forget. But, okay, just saying they get in, I think instead of because we know Albert or Pujols and Molina will be, instead of doing a joint one or something like that, I think both of these groups of people need their own.
Do one for the actual class.
Well, or just Pujols and Molina and then Pete and whatever the year after or something.
So I will say this as a Cardinal fan, someone who I've always said that Pete belongs in the Hall of Fame, but with an asterisk, in my opinion, because he did break the rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But here's why I also believe he belongs in the Hall of Fame. He broke the gambling rules, but Alex, on what channel do we watch Cardinals and Reds games now?
Right, FanDuel Sports.
The FanDuel network. What is advertised at every fucking sporting facility in the country?
I think that's why they're finally doing it.
Dude, they own everything. Caesars and Bet365 and DraftKings and FanDuel and fucking every other one in the world. It's, you know what I mean?
Right.
And Shohei Ohtani was sports betting.
Oh, yeah, he just scapegoated his translator.
Manfred just scapegoated his translator so he didn't have to get Ohtani out, who's their billionaire goat.
True. Yeah. So my thing about it is you got these guys that do roids and things that change their baseball game performance.
Yeah.
Pete just had a gambling problem. And I know it was against the rules.
He also had another problem, but
well.
Yeah, that reason alone right there, I think, is if he stays out, it'll be because of that. Because there's technically a code of conduct for Hall of Famers. It's within the whole thing of Cooperstown, and I think if he stays out, it would be for that reason, personally.
I think they'll put him in regardless.
I think he'll get in. So, Faust, fun fact, I saw this that I thought you would like. In the entirety of Major League Baseball history, so we're talking at least 20 baseball games. Okay? At least. There's only been 2 games. Okay? 2 games all of MLB history where a pitcher pitched exactly 2.1 innings, allowed 12 base runners, and 11 earned runs. Both of them are by a Red Sox pitcher. Both of them were this year, and both of them were Tanner Houck.
Oh, my.
That sucks.
His ERA is through the roof.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of ERA.
ERA. Good segue.
No. Well, that one too. But kids on our baseball team thought that if you give up 3 runs in the first inning that your ERA was 3.
No, it'd be a 27.
I know this.
Well, is ERA different in high school and middle school because they play 7? Is it based on a 7-inning average or a 9 still?
I think they still do it 9.
Oh, I feel like they should do it on a 7.
That would make it worse.
Probably.
But, okay, yes. Speaking of ERA, Colorado Rockies catcher Jacob Stallings has the lowest ERA among all starting pitchers on the team.
That's very definitive for what the Rockies are.
Colorado Rockies catcher.
Alex, I feel like we could start for the Rockies at this rate.
Put me in. Give me league minimum.
Yep. Speaking of starting pitchers, another fucking segue. Boom!
We're getting so good at this.
Call me Thomas Miner because I'm on that segue today.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That was a great joke.
I didn't know that's where you're going with that.
I wouldn't go in the other direction,
Yeah,
buddy.
if you don't know, just look him up,
Or don't.
or not. We don't care.
The 2014 Tigers is in Detroit. Their starting rotation had 8 Cy Young wins. Max Scherzer had 3 of them in 2013, 2016, and 2017. Nick Porcello in 2016 as well. So they had 2 in 2016. Verlander had 2 in 2011 and 2019. David Price in 2012 and Robbie Ray in 2021. And the Tigers still suck.
I was going to say, did they win anything during those times?
No.
That's
the best thing they ever
wild.
got, the furthest they've gotten that I can remember in my life was the 2006 World Series. And Alex, who'd they lose to?
I'm guessing the Cardinals.
Correct. And who's at the game when the Cardinals won the World Series?
Tyler Plackey.
Yes.
Game 5?
C, Game 5. Yep. Adam Wainwright's out. Brandon Inge.
Car, stars, bars, Cardinals in 5.
Boom! Staying on the starting pitcher trend here.
I was say, speaking of starting pitchers,
We have actually 2 more things about starting pitchers today, funny enough. Paul Skeens has announced he will play for Team USA in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Is that instant dubs for us or no? I think it helps the case because in the past we haven't had our best guys fucking pitching for the
yeah.
on the team.
I saw an interesting stat. In Paul Skeens' first 10 starts, he's given up 17 earned runs.
Yeah.
And he's still
Yeah,
I
he's
forget what
lost.
his record is.
He's lost so many of them. Yeah. Dude, he has no run support.
Yeah, he just lost 1-0 the other day.
That's shitty, dude.
Paul Skeens and Livy want out. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, who wants
Maybe.
to be in Pittsburgh?
I agree with that too.
Have you been to Pittsburgh, Alex?
No, but my parents have, and they said everything closes at 9 p.m.
I have not been to Pittsburgh and don't want to go. And why is this yellow? It's supposed to be red.
Oh my god.
There it is. Alex, you want to take it away with the last starting pitcher?
Speaking of pitchers, again,
Speaking of
in minor league baseball, Double-A
Ooh,
Birmingham pitcher
the Miners,
Jonah Tong was removed at 99 pitches and 1 out away from a 7-inning perfect game. Why are managers doing this?
I don't, dude. Why? Fucking read the room, bro. Here's the only thing I can understand. He was moved at 99 pitches. The manager was told, "Hey, we're calling this guy up in X amount of days. He cannot throw more than 100 pitches." You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what's the difference between 99 and 105?
I mean, because especially in that situation, if he gives up a hitter a walk there, he's done anyways.
Right.
My coworker's trying to call me. I'll call her later. Moving on to baseball adjacent. You like that?
Bigger balls.
Bigger balls, smaller bats. NCAA softball, the top 16 seeds for the national tournament. In order from 16 to 1 is Oregon, Alabama, Duke, Arizona, Texas Tech, Clemson, LSU, UCLA, UCLA, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Florida State, Arkansas, Florida, Oklahoma, and in the number 1 overall seed, who actually lost to Liberty, spoiler alert, Texas A&M. Did you see that?
I'm shocked. I did not, but I'm shocked Oklahoma's not number 1 overall.
Did you see Boston University's reaction when they saw they were playing?
I did.
They just looked defeated, dude. They just looked like, damn, really?
Yeah. For the people that don't know about NCAA softball, Oklahoma is 3-peat champions as of right now.
No, 4. They've
won
4
4 in
peat
a row
going
now?
for 5. Yeah, they're 4 peat going for 5.
My bad. 4 in a row going for 5.
Yeah.
So Boston University, who I like, you don't really hear from sports wise. There's a video of like the selection Sunday thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like Oklahoma, and the people are like, "Oh no!"
All the players just look like fucking defeated.
I looked.
It's kind of funny.
I forget who's in that region for that, but I looked and all three. I think there's 4 teams total. All 3 of the other teams that's not named Oklahoma are screwed.
Yeah, they fucking are. Hey, I was just down there.
True.
You could have been.
I could have been.
Yep. Alex, going to take us away with college football.
Yep. Okay. So Nick Saban, if you don't know
Who's
him,
that?
if you don't know him, you're probably not watching this podcast.
Wait, is he that guy that they mentioned in The Blind Side?
I mean, they might have.
They did.
They mentioned all kinds of guys on the blind side.
Yeah, I know, but they mentioned Saban as well. I'm pretty fucking sure they showed him in the movie.
Probably. What's up with the Alabama coaches in movies?
I don't get it.
Bear Bryant was in Forrest Gump.
Was he actually? I didn't realize that. That's funny. What, did he play Bear Bryant? Did Bear Bryant play Bear Bryant in Forrest Gump?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if he just like cameoed in there elsewhere as a joke.
No, he was like the coach because Forrest went to Alabama.
I know. I've seen the movie.
You asked.
I didn't know that was. I don't know what Bear Bryant looks like. My apologies. I don't know 1980s fucking football.
Okay, but Nick Saban, his record against each team in the SEC, which he's kind of shocked me.
This is while he was at Alabama, by the way.
Yeah, from 2007 to 2023. So, this looks like it is in alphabetical order.
No, it is in no way in alphabetical order. Wait, no, it's not.
No, close.
Somewhat close.
Arkansas or Arkansas, whichever one you want to call it.
Yep.
He was 17-0 against Auburn, 12-5.
Except for that one game.
Hmm.
That one game, he could have been 14-4, but had the kick 6.
Oh yeah. What a time! I watched that live.
I did too.
That was sick.
God, that was peak humanity.
Yep. LSU 13-5. I'm sure. I don't know. Actually, I might have to look that up. I wonder if Joe Burrow is one of those 5.
I don't know, honestly. I know because they went perfect that year. I thought LSU went perfect that year in 19. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah. Sorry, I had my numbers backwards. Yeah, Joe Burrow's probably one of those 5.
Yep.
He
LSU
might be 2 of them.
leads LSU over Bama, 46-41.
Did he beat them twice or just once?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm lucky I got that answer that fast. That's great. That's wild. That was 46-41. But okay.
87 points is nuts.
I just wanted to point out Joe Burrow beat him.
Joe Burr, Joey Cold.
Yep. So Burrow.
Achoo.
Yep.
Brrr.
Thanks. Mississippi State, he's 16-1 against, which is the one.
Go Dogs.
The one's kind of crazy.
Uh-huh.
Ole Miss 15-2, Texas A&M 10-2, Florida 8-1.
That you didn't say it right. Florida
8-1. Georgia 8-2, Kentucky 4-0, Mizzou 4-0, South Carolina 2-1, Tennessee 16-1, and Vandy 6-0. I'm shocked that he hasn't played like all these either the same amount or closer to the same amount at least.
Well, I feel like we're missing schools in here too, aren't we?
Who?
I'm trying to think who we would have
5,
missed.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, including Alabama.
Is that how many? Is there 14 in the SEC? Okay.
I think so.
I feel like they should play South Carolina. I understand why they don't play like a Kentucky or Mizzou. I guess it's South Carolina as well because none of them are like football powerhouses in any way.
South Carolina kind of was like when Clowney. They're 16. Oh, they just added Texas and Oklahoma. That's right.
Oh
so,
yeah,
there's 14.
that's right. Yep. Okay, so that is correct. I got you. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like obviously he's dominated Arkansas. I'm curious when that one loss to Mississippi State was. So Mississippi State hasn't been a football school in years.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
Same with Ole Miss. The 2 losses to Ole Miss. I mean, we know the Kentucky one.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that was Kentucky Ole Miss game. Never mind. Fucking. Yeah, I'm not shocked about Kentucky or Mizzou. The South Carolina win's interesting. That had to have been in Charleston or in Columbia.
I'm just shocked about the minimal times that they
Played, yeah. So he played those 3. Like, well, I mean, look at the record. He's 10-1 against those 3 teams. You know what I mean?
I'm guessing it's strength of schedule reasons.
Yep. That Vandy 6-0 is this past year.
I don't know how they did it. Vandy
Those
is
are great.
Dogs.
Yep. Alabama, you're next. Have you seen that video?
Yeah.
Dude, what's funny is Alabama clowned him all week about that, and then they posted that after they beat him. It was like, damn.
Didn't Vandy beat Alabama?
Yeah, this past year.
This year. I mean,
yep.
Obviously not Nick Saban era, but
No, it wasn't Saban.
Yeah.
Texas and Ohio State will match up on week 1 of the upcoming college football season. For a big noon kickoff, this will be a replay of the college football semifinals from last year. Ohio State's getting fucked with these big noon kickoffs, dude.
did you see that there's a Ohio representative that
They're trying to make it illegal.
It's $1 million fine for if they schedule a noon kickoff.
Well, I saw one. It was they're trying to make it a felony to plant the flag at the center of the stadium. Okay, here's the thing. I hate to say this, but I somewhat understand Ohio State's call on not wanting the big noon kickoffs because, fuck, dude, it is Ohio State football, right? They should be playing the night games with the lights and the fun crowd. You know what I mean? They shouldn't be doing a noon kickoff. But I don't understand the flag planting one. Like, you don't want the flag planted at the center of your fucking field? Do what you do.
You beat the other team.
You don't lose.
Right.
At home.
So I can see not wanting it, but why is a government official spending taxpayer dollars to try and introduce this bill to do this?
Alex, think about what school you're talking about. It is the Ohio State University.
Taxpayer dollars needs to go towards more important things.
Alex, in Ohio, in the state of Ohio, there's nothing more important than Ohio State football. You know that. We all know that. All right, it's Ohio State, dude.
I know.
Anywho, I actually have a different piece of PGA news to put on here, so Alex, I'll let you take away the title and the thumbnail of this episode on the PGA.
Okay.
And I have my own thing to do.
First moment of silence for this.
Mute. Hang on.
Okay.
All
Morris, the Colorado alligator depicted in the movie Happy Gilmore that took Chubbs' hand, has died at 80 years old. It's a sad, sad day. But he kind of deserved it. He took Chubbs' hand.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, R.I.P. the alligator. He was a great actor. Apparently, I think he made it in a couple different movies.
I think I've seen that. I just didn't see it.
I think he was truly like an actor alligator because he had apparently he had a really good temperament, so they could use him in movies. Adam Sandler put out a whole tweet about how nice of an alligator he was.
That gator was so nice. Mm-hmm. That's funny.
Have you ever held an alligator before?
Nope.
They're actually really soft.
The only one I've only ever seen them at the zoo.
If you go down to Orange Beach sometime or Gulf Shores, go up to Alligator Alley. You can hold one there.
I've been to Gulf Shores before.
Yep. The other one I had is Scotty Scheffler recently won the PGA Championship, or I guess it was the Players Championship, and Nike had a funny joke about him getting arrested last year with their celebration post to him. So it was funny. Let me find it real quick. Should have came prepared with this.
Did you see when he was? I think his son in the scorecard in the
with his
clubhouse. Yeah, he put his son down there.
I didn't see that.
So he finished this round and immediately went into dad mode.
Yep. Yeah. So here's the tweet. It says, "The verdict is in. World number one Scotty Scheffler is PGA champion. And then the actual post is a picture of Scotty finishing a swing. It says, "The best player in the world?" ? Guilty. That's fucking funny.
Nah.
Apparently he wore that burnt orange on like the Thursday or Friday or whatever it was.
That's so
Which
funny.
was really
Was it in
funny.
Kentucky?
No, it was Quail Hollow, which I think is out on the East Coast.
I see, that'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be going back to Valhalla for a bit.
Yes. Funny regardless.
Yep. All right, Alex, do we want to move on to the fun stuff?
Let's do it.
All right, we'll start with what would you do? Alex, you take your best friend to your honey hole. For those of you who don't know what a honey hole is, it's a very good fishing spot. It's a place you've worked hard to find, you've put in the hours, and you found it, and no one else knows about it. You guys have a great day there and catch a bunch of nice fish. A week later, you go back there, and he is there fishing with someone else and did not tell you or ask you to come along. What would you do?
I'm heated.
I'm pissed, dude. I hate spot burning. That's why I don't like there's like all these like fishing location apps. Like I understand like sometimes like it's hard work to find those good spots, but that's what makes them so rewarding, right? When you fucking find the good spot, it's fucking rewarding because you put in the work and found the spot, and you don't want people to know about it.
So, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those things you're like, dude, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go out tell like. I guess it'd be a little bit better if he was there like by himself, but then he's bringing other people. That person bring other people.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
And then I think it probably turns out into not a.
It fucking kills it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I got one for you.
Okay.
You're driving down the road and a car blows by you and cuts you off. He slams on the brakes for no reason and continues to drive recklessly in front of you.
Okay. How close am I to my destination?
You're right in the middle.
Okay. Is there a good alternate route?
No.
If I feel like I have the ability to get past him, I'm gonna drop a gear or two and just blow past him and get away from him. If I don't, I'm going to just slow down and wait for him to go the fuck away, or just probably not call the police.
That's what I do. Just let I stay far enough back so I don't get hit.
Yep.
Turn on the camera. See, it wasn't me.
Not to me. And then last one, Alex. This is one for both of us because I think we both have the same answer. You're at a restaurant and you order a burger for dinner, burger and fries, or whatever. But I picked burger and fries. You get your burger and fries, and it is incorrect. Either there's something on there you didn't want, or they forgot something you wanted, or something. The cook's wrong, whatever it is. What would you do?
I'm gonna eat it.
Are you saying anything to the waiter about it?
If something's missing, like if they forget to put a sauce on it, I'm not saying anything. But if it's like my fries aren't there, I'll be like, hey, I had fries with this. But if it's just like an ingredient or something's missing or something like that, I'm not saying a word.
So, Alex, do you enjoy mustard?
I do.
Okay, what's a condiment you don't enjoy?
I guess relish.
Okay, you get your burger and there's relish on it.
I'm scraping it off.
You're not saying anything about
I'm
getting a
not
new
saying
burger.
a word.
Not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, same here. It fucking depends on depends on where it is. Also, I mean, it's so situational for me. Like if I've been waiting for 40 minutes, I'm getting my burger correctly. You know what I mean? But
I'm the opposite. If I'm waiting that long, I'm just gonna eat it and get out.
nah, I'm at that point. I'm like, I've put in the time. I'm getting my fucking burger the way I want it.
That's like if I get a salad and that's no tomatoes and there's tomatoes on it, I'm just picking it
Well,
up.
see, that's different. You can pick tomato. I'm talking like, so for me, like if I get a burger and ask for ketchup only, and there's like 6 pickles on it, and then like mustard, like I'm going back saying, I need this fixed because I don't like mustard or pickles.
Mustard's
mean?
strong. Mustard's strong enough. I could see that.
Yeah, like it doesn't. You can scrape all you want, but dude, that thing's ingrained.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
yep.
All right, you might know my answer. Okay, we'll go to my question of the week. Okay,
Okay.
I got a good one. It'll make you think. I'll let you think
Ooh, I'm excited.
first. You'll know mine as soon as I say it. So,
Okay.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received, and how have you used it in your life? I think you know mine.
Yours is don't suck.
Yeah.
Mine's actually somewhat similar as in terms it's baseball. And it's one that I actually preach quite a bit to my kids. And it's
Go be stupid somewhere else.
oh, I do like that one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. No, it's just, and I actually talked about it today with one of my kids. It's guys that, like, you have a shallow fly ball hit and you're an outfielder, and instead of diving with the good chance of missing it, you pull up to fucking just field as a ground ball. Like, my advice was always, literally, leave no regrets on the. Make sure that you regret nothing once you're done with the game. And play the game, and I leave it in life. Don't regret something, right? So, if you have a chance to do something, do it. And a great example of this that's not playing sports related is when I was working the NCAA tournament, and I saw Trey Galloway and Malik Renew there. I was fucking terrified to talk to them, dude. I didn't know how to. I was like, if I don't, I'm going to be kicking myself for the rest of my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I'm going to regret it. I have to go do it. And, the situation I remember in baseball was JV year. We're playing down in Jackson, Missouri, it was. We're down in Jackson, Missouri, and I'm playing, I believe, right field at the time. And there's this ball hit into, like, right center field. And right before that, I was talking to my center fielder, Christian. And we're like, hey, I'm diving for these. Just saying, he's like, okay. He goes, I'll be behind you. And it's just, like, shallow fly ball. And it's almost like a fucking blooping fly ball where it's almost a line drive a bit. Mm-hmm. And I dive. And, dude, it's one of those where it was probably a smarter play to let it just come to me and pick it up. I was like, no, like, I'm going to regret that because what if I could have caught it? And it's diving for the ball. It's working your ass off and you know what I mean? Just not regretting, not being too scared to do something. And I wish I would have taken that advice yesterday because I probably would have caught that catfish because I was a little nervous to, like, stick my hand in its mouth because, like, I don't know what happens. And
right.
So, but moving forward, I'm just losing a hand at this rate. I'll go.
From now on, I will be Chubbs.
Yes.
But yeah, mine's this one.
Yours just don't suck?
Yep.
I do like that one. That's a good one.
I just like it because it's basically, one, if you know Bill, that's his "I love you." Where he's not one to.
He's not one to say it.
It's say it or like I guess like show endearment. Like yeah. I know he loves me and really cares about me, but he's not
not overly affectionate about it.
Correct.
I get you.
So don't suck. I've come to learn is that, and
that's fair.
And it's a way to like calm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had it on my batting gloves on my wrists, and it's just
very
a way to be like, oh yeah,
yep,
haha, and then that way,
very fair.
That tough situation, you're fine.
Yep. Yeah. All right, Alex.
Tyler?
Is it? Is it?
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time. Alex,
It's time.
Time for
Oh, sorry.
Time. It's Shador Sanders. All right, guys. It is time for this week's Ear Shitting Me. All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 13's Ear Shitting Me. Brought to you in part by Chico's Bail Bonds and Matthew, whatever the fuck his middle name is, Helm. Because I don't remember. He has like some Indian middle names, I think. It's like Stinking Wind, or he has a really fucking interesting middle name. Is it like Bartholomew or something?
I don't know. I just call him Eugene.
Eugene. So, Alex, this is an alleged story. It's never fucking been confirmed, but this is an alleged story. Indiana University. What? Take a guess.
This is about pooping.
It is. Have you read it yet?
No.
So, Alex, have you heard of Kyrie Irving?
A couple times.
And he plays basketball, right?
Yes. In the NBA.
In the NBA. He's a pretty good NBA player.
Went to Duke.
Yep. So apparently, Indiana University at one time was in the running to land Kyrie Irving as a recruit out of high school.
I did not know that.
Yep, apparently. And the story is probably the reason why no one really knows it. So apparently IU is in a very good spot to land recruit Kyrie Irving. Former head coach Tom Crean, the Manila Folder Maniac is how I like to call him because all he would do is stare at his fucking Manila Folder, was doing a home visit with Kyrie Irving and his family when he decided he needed to use the bathroom. Tom Crean allegedly took a dump in his toilet and clogged said toilet.
Oh, no.
And as we all would probably do, panicked. And decided to continue the home visit without telling the family he had clogged the toilet. Apparently, a very short time after that visit, Kyrie Irving lost interest in IU as a school to go to.
That's so funny, but sucks for the program.
Dude, here's the thing. I don't know how true that is. I feel like it is just because it's Tom Crean. You know what I mean? Like, that's some shit Tom Crean would do, literally.
So if I ever meet Kyrie Irving, that's the first question I'm asking.
100% asking that.
Because I think if I meet Tom Crean, I think he'll just deny it.
100%. I feel like you don't even want to meet Kyrie Irving. You just want to be like his mom.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I had to clean that shit up. Literally.
Literally.
Widowy.
Oh, that's awesome. Not
That's
awesome, but
fucking
awesome.
No, it's awesome.
Thank you, Matt, for the money for the sponsor.
Thank you, Matthew Helm. But yeah, so everyone, that is this week's You're Shitting Me. All right, everyone, that was episode 13's You're Shitting Me, brought to you in part by Chico's Bail Bonds and Matthew Helm. Not actually sponsored by Chico's Bail Bonds or Matthew Helm. All right, Alex.
Dang it, Matthew.
Yeah, Matt, pay us money.
Give us
All
money
right,
for no reason.
Alex, you ready for the TGOW top 3? What's probably become your favorite segment?
I'm ready.
All right, Alex, would you like to introduce our top 3 picks for this week?
Our TGOW top 3 this week, and please start commenting.
Please, all 10 of you.
I love hearing different ones because
I
like
do
ones
too.
that we may not even think of.
Yep.
Top 3 most iconic movie lines of all time.
Yep.
And I already know my 1-1.
So I picked 4 of them because I feel like you're going to fucking take one. But we're going to flip. So
We have
here's
yet
the
to
coin on the front.
we have yet to
Huh?
steal each other's. We have yet to steal each other's answers.
What? I don't know. So on the front is the Hillview logo, and on the back is blank. Heads, tails. Okay, Alex, your pick. What do you want? Heads or tails?
Tails.
It is tails.
Let's go.
All right, Alex. What is your 1-1 pick for the top 3 most iconic movie lines of all time?
There's no crying in baseball.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna go there.
Oh yeah.
That you didn't fucking take mine. So
That's one of my favorite ones of all time.
that is a great one.
That's
is
a great
fun.
movie. I love that movie.
Name the movie, Alex.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. A League of Their Own.
Yep. Who said
I
it?
love that movie. Hank Aaron.
There
Just kidding.
Almost.
Tom Hanks.
you go. So go check out that movie, guys. Great fucking movie.
Please watch it. I love that movie.
My 1-1, and I believe this is deemed a movie technically, and this is just iconic in my life, is you don't need a license to drive a sandwich.
That's a good one.
I mean, that's a movie, right?
Yeah.
Technically.
Yep.
That's from the SpongeBob movie.
Those are the days. Oh, I had a kid in one of my classes. I watched him quote like 3 minutes of that movie. Like word for word and dancing at the same time.
Dancing? What was he dancing?
Like during the movie, they did like this and like spun around and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he was singing it and was doing that at the same time. I was like, that's awesome.
I'm a goofy goober, yeah.
It wasn't that.
They're
I
like
forget
in
what
the
it was.
bar.
But it was impressive.
That's funny. All right, Alex, what's your second pick?
Okay, 2-2, I guess 2-1.
No, yeah, 2-1. Second round, first pick.
Comes from my favorite movie. I use this all the time. Favorite movie is Grease, by the way.
Interesting.
I know.
Okay.
I love that movie. I watch it.
Olivia will enjoy that because she likes Grease. I don't like Grease.
Boo.
I know.
But you've seen it though, right?
I don't believe so.
Oh my god! How do you,
Wait,
how do you
she,
not
likes,
like it?
she likes Mamma Mia, not Grease.
Mamma Mia is good too.
Anyhow.
So in Greece, the guy's making out with a girl at this like overlook. It's like their like makeout reef, whatever you call it.
Well, who's it called in SpongeBob? Wasn't that called Makeout Reef or something?
Something like that. So a guy that's got a fancy car from a rival school, he backs into the other guy's like crappy car.
Sure.
So him and the woman are in the back seat. So he pops up. He goes, "You're gonna pay for that." And the guy with the fancy car goes, he's like, it's a no parking zone. And the guy goes, the whole place is no parking zone. Create a face. It's one of my favorite because the dude's
Create a face.
He's got like the acne scars.
Oh, sure.
And
That's funny.
I don't know why. I just love it.
Sure.
Great movie. Great quote. I know you wouldn't steal that one.
Nah, yeah. My second one comes from a baseball movie. And it is a just iconic line from, and I'll have you guess the movie, even though you'll know it. But the line is, "You play ball like a girl."
That was going to be my third one.
Was it really?
I swear that was going to be my third
Yes,
one.
I stole one finally. Let's go. That was actually my 1-1 pick, but I was scared you were going to take my "you don't need a license to drive" sandwich. And I finally fucking stole one. Let's go.
Right before you started explaining it, I was like, oh yeah, that'll be my third one.
That's funny.
God.
Sorry, buddy. For those of you that don't know and are uncultured, that's from The Sandlot.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't be watching this podcast if you don't.
If you haven't seen The Sandlot, yeah, you shouldn't be watching and listening to this podcast. But please watch and listen anyways. I'm just saying you shouldn't, so break the law. What's your 3-1 here?
One I really, really like.
Is this your pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just tap it in.
Oh, you almost got me there. That's one from that movie is my honorable mention.
Taparoo.
Yep, that is a good one.
I got an honorable mention. I got a good one.
Let me do my last pick, then we'll do our honorable mentions. My last one is from a movie that you don't appreciate, from a series that you don't appreciate, but it's one of the more iconic lines of all time that's actually stated wrong all the time, but the actual line is, "I am your father," from Star Wars.
What does he say?
The actual line is, "I'm your father." Everyone else always says, "Luke, I'm your father."
Oh.
Yep, so he doesn't actually say, "Luke, I'm your father."
Mandela effect? I think that's what that's called.
Yeah, I think that's called the Mandela effect. Yeah, it's like the Fruit of the Loom thing. And well, yeah. Alex, what was one of your honorable mentions?
Before I do that, he said life was like a box of chocolates. Not life is like a box of chocolates.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'm pretty sure it was like life was like that,
Because
where he says it really quick, and so it's kind of, it can go either way.
he says it slow. His life
Oh.
was. But that's because his mom said it and she was dying. So
And I
was.
gotcha.
My honorable mention was from Waterboy.
Which one?
Hey, remember my Bobby Boo Shaker? Remember Bobby Boo Shaker at halftime won the Barbie Bowl, do you? No, that's not it. It's the one
Dick.
where he says, or he's yelling at his mom, and I can't remember the exact line, but he's like,
Oh,
I like football. And I like
Vicky Valancourt.
Yeah.
She showed me her boobies.
I like this too.
That is a great fucking line. That is an excellent line, dude. I do love that. That is funny. And she showed me her boobies, and I like those too. My one honorable mention I threw in here just in case you stole one of mine is "The Price is Wrong, bitch."
That's always a classic.
That's a good one.
Rip Bob Barker.
R.I.P. to the man.
The man of my sick days.
Yes. Dude, there's a whole channel on DirecTV that is Barker era Price is Right, and that's all they play.
That's
and
so
dude,
funny.
I love watching that. It's I will do about 3 hours of it at a time.
I love that part of Happy Gilmore.
Oh, yeah. The price is wrong, bitch. After beating the shit out of Happy Gilmore.
Geez.
Or no, did Happy say that to Bob?
No.
Bob said it?
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Alex, got anything else for us this episode? This is kind of a quick one, but, I mean, there wasn't a ton to talk about.
Nope. I think it was good. I think it was
Yep.
packed full of stuff, at least.
Yeah, I think we're going to do a different style episode next week. I'm looking at fucking doing another shoot the shit style episode. So if we can find a guest, or maybe you and I just sit here and talk about whatever. We could just talk about fishing. What do you think?
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see. I got some good stuff that I fucking found already for next week's episode that I'd probably like to include. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll plan to shooting the shit for in a couple weeks.
Before we go, I know she doesn't listen to this at all, so it won't matter. But my sister has officially decided where she's going to college.
Where's she going?
She's going to Loyola University.
That's a good school.
Go Ramblers!
Is that the Missouri Valley one?
It's the one in Chicago.
Yeah, the Missouri Valley.
It's in Chicago.
Yep, the one that made that Final Four run like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Sister Jean.
Yep, that's from the Missouri Valley Conference.
Yep. Dermatology is her projected
area
that she wants to go in for.
She wants to look at skin.
Yep. She likes the pimple popper stuff.
Interesting.
Yep.
She gonna do a YouTube channel with it?
She'd make millions just off the YouTube channel. We should have her on the pod. That'd be kind of funny.
Bro, that would be sick, actually. We should have her on the pod.
Let's have her go to college and come back and then see.
Yeah, we'll be doing the pod in 8 years.
She's a senior.
I know. 4 years of undergrad and then med school.
She'll be back in the summer.
That's
Maybe.
fair. Maybe. All right. Well, guys, that is the hour episode for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, as we do always appreciate you spending your time with us. Sorry today was kind of a shorter episode. I'm sure some of you guys probably appreciate that, though.
Thank God.
Woo! They're done early. We will have...
Pat can end his cardio early.
Yep. There you go, Pat. You don't have to walk 6 miles, just 5. We will have a new episode for you guys every Wednesday morning at 4 a.m. on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the YouTubes. YouTube typically takes a little bit more in the morning time at 4 a.m. because I know there's a way to do the RSS feed where it posts directly to it. I just haven't figured that one out yet, so I need to fucking do that.
Come on.
I need to look that up. But please be sure to like the episode and give us a 5-star rating, as it is what helps our show to grow. It helps the algorithm and recommends to people. If you have friends and they enjoy podcasts and then they enjoy fun and they don't like kicking puppies, please recommend them to our podcast. If they do like kicking puppies, please kick your friend, because that's a bad thing to do.
Yes.
But please be sure to check out our social medias. Alex?
Instagram and YouTube. 2 guys, 1 week.
Is that, are there any capital letters in that, Alex?
No. All lowercase.
Really?
Just the way I like it.
Very nice.
No commas, no spaces.
Is there an underscore?
Nope.
Ooh.
Makes
what
it
about
easy
teal
for
day?
you English deficient people. Kidding. Just subscribe, follow.
Yep.
TikTok, 2 guys, 1 week pod. Same thing. No caps, no dashes, no nothing.
Sorry, guys. 2 guys 1 week was taken on TikTok. I tried.
2 guys, 1 week underscore? No, it's good. 2 guys, 1 week pod on TikTok. Follow that because we have a bunch of good clips. So if you don't want to listen to it and you just want to hear the funny stuff,
Yep.
just run. Just do us a solid and just run the episode on your phone when you're doing something.
Yep. Just when you're sleeping, just put on repeat 8 times.
Typical people. It really helps the algorithm.
It does help. It actually does help the algorithm.
I know it does, but
Yep.
everybody says that. And then on X, previously known as Twitter, TGOWpod.
Yep. Alex, are there any capital letters in that one?
TGO and W.
Ooh, those were all. What about that O in pod? Is that one capitalized or is that lowercase?
It's lowercase.
Ooh, fancy. All right, you guys. But yeah, that is this week's episode. Alex, anything else?
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Ooh, what he said. So thank you guys so much for listening, and as always, we will see you all next week.
See ya.